Hi. So do you have any idea why these concrete structures are here and what their purpose might be? On D-Day, the military planned to invade the beaches using landing craft. When the craft reached shallow water, the ramp at the front of the boat would be lowered and the troops would pour out on foot or in vehicles. They needed to practice this drill over and over again, and so these concrete replica landing craft were built here. During practice, the structures would have corrugated tin added to the square platforms at the back in order to emulate the shape of the boats. The troops would have practice loading the craft and then unloading swiftly when the signal was given. One of the structures has an interesting feature at the back of it, where one of the engineers used his finger to write his regiment and platoon number in the concrete while it was still wet.
Within months, and as quickly as the Americans had arrived, they had left to travel to Normandy. An eerie silence settled in Braunton. The ambitious air and sea assault planned for D-Day was dependent on a combination of factors, including the weather, tidal conditions, and most important of all, the element of surprise. Poor weather delayed D-Day for 24 hours, but on the 6th of June 1944, Supreme Allied Commander General Dwight Eisenhower gave the command. A total of 156,000 men took part in D-Day at 5 carefully selected beaches along the Normandy coast. The surprise element helped British and Canadian troops at beaches codenamed Gold, Juno and Sword. American troops at Utah also managed to land without major casualties. Those at nearby Omaha Beach, however, suffered severe losses as they encountered terrible weather and a crack division of German troops. At the spearhead of these bloody landings were the American Friends of North Devon. On D-Day alone, up to 3,000 Allied troops died. Some 9,000 were wounded or declared missing. The horrific reality of war must have been a very far cry from the peaceful countryside where the troops had practiced. The furthest landing craft here has a memorial on it, and a wreath-laying ceremony is held here every year on the 6th of June to commemorate all those who lost their lives in battle. We must retrace our steps now, back to the beginning of the boardwalk that we saw earlier. On the way back, look out for rabbits, which have played an important part in maintaining the short grass you see, and in turn encouraging the special plants and flowers that thrive here. When we reach the boardwalk, we will need to proceed along it to find our next interactive zone.